Hey, what's going on, guys? So there's a game that I pre-ordered a long time ago from Limited Run Games. Probably like last fall, but it's a game that I was really looking forward to because the combat like really kind of stood out to me when I was looking at the trailer, and that is One Step from Eden. So this game looked really cool. And you know, I didn't want to wait to play it, and obviously it just came in the mail. So today we're gonna unbox this because you know the limited run stuff usually has a little bit of extra to it rather than just a game case and a card. But I also want to talk about the game itself. I will say just preemptively that I did get to play the game before getting this, which is great, because it's actually on Xbox Game Pass. So if you end up liking this game and seeing it today, and you have Game Pass, I will say it is on there. And all the footage I took is from Game Pass, only because I've already unlocked a whole bunch. I mean, I am planning on playing on this, especially like in my travels, because it's a lot easier to obviously bring your Switch around. But regardless, let's go ahead and unbox this guy and talk about One Step from Eden. So here is the game, and I will say that I guess it's like a new series or something. The cards look different now. They don't have the shiny around the whole edge. They just have like this little badge on it. So I'm assuming this isn't a gold since it's silver. But still, I kind of like this card. I like the back design. It's really neat. But One Step from Eden is a game that I really enjoy. Like I said, I've been playing it a whole lot on the Xbox, and now I'm looking forward to transitioning over to the Switch version because, you know, there's a lot of unlocks in this game, and I'd rather kind of keep it all in one spot. So I'm going to probably make the Switch, just because it's a portable console. I can take it with me when I do work trips and things. Really nice. But let's just get into this guy. You know, Limited Run always has that really thick plastic on their stuff. Makes it feel a little bit more robust. But anyway, here's the game itself. You have all the characters on the front. Tells you about the back. And let's see what's on the inside. So, on the inside, you get a really cool reversible art. Oops. Really cool reversible art. No red spine, so, you know, me, I'm not going to be switching it. This is not a book. There's more like a leaflet. But you have the character on the back, the cover on the front, and it just roughly tells you the controls. So that's kind of a little underwhelming. Usually you get something a little bit cooler from Limited Run. I mean, at least like a real book. But, you know, this is one of their like distribution games, so maybe that's the deal. But anyway, this game, if you don't know, plays like Battle Network, but it's a roguelike. And there's a ton of unlockable characters and stuff. So let's just jump into this game. I just want to kind of explain a little bit, show you some gameplay, and you know, let you know if this is something, you know, let you be the judge if it's something you think you should be checking out. So the too long didn't read version of what is One Step from Eden. Imagine the combat and playstyle of Megaman Battle Network, but just a lot faster with a roguelike, and that's pretty much what you're getting. As you can see from the kind of menu here, you can unlock multiple characters. The characters actually have different forms, which kind of like tell you what their starting weapon, artifact, and spells are. And also they have different costumes. Some of the costumes come from other games, other indie games, which is a really neat kind of thing to do. But it's kind of weird. I will say that after playing this game for a while and unlocking, I guess, like maybe 6 characters, and several of those characters having separate different forms. Me personally, I think the main character, Saffron, with her default loadout, is the best. You have like the most amount of HP. It's like 1200. And your artifact is like kind of like a Last Stand or Guts from like a Final Fantasy game, where you'll die but you'll come back with like 400 or 600 health or something like that. Basically giving you a second chance. Like no one else has anything close to that. I will say though, the other characters are very cool though. I mean, they all have different powers, like some of them can make turrets and stuff, some of them utilize ice abilities, but you know, it's to me, I always end up going back to the same main character. I have tried them all, they are very neat, but you know, that's just me kind of on a personal level. But like I said, the game itself plays a lot like Battle Network. You have like a regular attack. Each one's going to be different for every character or version of that character. And then you use the A and B buttons to use your spells, which come up randomly, which is a little bit different than Battle Network. But as you play through the game, you gain experience and level up, which gives you more artifacts and cards to use, add to your deck, or you can skip it.
entirely. The artifacts are permanent buffs. Sometimes they're like a risk-reward thing. Like I had one where I would always start poisoned, but I would gain 150 health back at the start of each round. So it was kind of like, well, I'm losing 80 health, I'm gaining 150. Plus, if I win really fast, I lose less than 80 health. So do I want to risk that? And what does a boss situation look like? So they're all kind of different. It's really cool. It makes every playthrough really fun and interesting. I will say that. Also, when you're in between levels, you kind of choose what you want to do as far as like routing, and different things, give you different options. So there's like regular battles, there's battles where you can save or kill hostages, and I would, the only reason you'd kill a hostage is because if you have like an artifact that gives you a buff based on doing that. Also, there are like just treasure ones, there's like a shopkeeper. So the shopkeeper is really interesting because for two reasons. One, you can try to fight the shopkeeper, which is damn near impossible. I've never beaten her, but she is something you can fight, and I think you can actually unlock her as well. But other than that, in the shops, you can buy artifacts, you can buy cards, you can use your money to shuffle those things and get new options. You can also buy the ability to upgrade your, I'm going to call them chips. I guess they're called cards. I don't know. You can upgrade your abilities that you basically have in your deck, which is really neat. And there's a lot more that I'm not going to get into, but there's a lot of nuanced stuff to this game. A lot of different status effects and like ability effects that really change everything. You can build certain decks to really maximize your chances of winning, or also just kind of tweak it to your play style. But at the same time, it's like, you want to build a deck a certain way, but also, the rewards you get are random. So it's like, will you get what you want to add to your deck? It leads to the replayability of it for sure. The last thing I'm going to touch on is the bosses. The bosses, you beat them just like any other boss, but then you have two options. You can either kill them and kind of get like a buff or something that's temporary, or you can save them, which is basically just don't kill them, and say you're going to continue on. And when you do that, they'll heal you and join you. And when they join you, it's random. So from then on out, when you start a level, once in a while they'll pop up on your screen, do something, an ability that's specific to them, maybe heal you or who knows what, and then disappear real quick. I like that option best. Granted, there are certain builds that are better for killing them, of course, but I like the saving them option, and not because I'm like trying to be a good guy or anything, but I mainly do it just to get some health back, because this is one of those games where, once you run out of health, like, you're done, and your health does not regenerate between battles unless you have an artifact that does something like that, and even then, it never is by much. So, getting your health back, to me, is the better option. But, when you die, when you lose, depending how far you get. And I will say that I've played this game a lot, and I've never actually beaten a full run through yet. I'm hoping to remedy that with the Switch version, because I'm going to be playing that a lot more with work trips. But, when you die or lose, all the levels of experience you gained are basically dumped into your character, and you get unlocks. And that's how you unlock the new characters. That's how you unlock more artifacts and cards that will be available randomly for your decks. So yeah, that's kind of the gameplay loop. You run through, do as good as you can, level up, and then you'll unlock a bunch of stuff that'll make your next playthrough potentially better if you get those things, or if they, lend themselves to your play style. But yeah, if you're a Megaman Battle Network fan of that combat style, and you like roguelikes, this is kind of a no-brainer kind of game, I think.
So that is one step from Eden. Since opening it and everything, I actually did get to play it on my Switch, and of course, just as I would have thought, it plays the exact same, so that's nice. But hey, what do you guys think? Do you like that Megaman Battle Network style gameplay? It's kind of weird because it combines something I really like, Megaman Battle Network, and then something I'm not a big fan of, and that's roguelikes, but I think it does it pretty well. Either way, let me know what you guys think of this game in the comments below. Yeah, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. It would be so cool. But as always, my friends, take it easy.